We're on day 14 of our off-grid challenge and everything's going pretty good for us. We still are experimenting with lighting and we have some updates today, so we want to give you some tips and updates on our lights and oil lamps. As you can see, we're using an oil lamp right now. It's kind of a rainy night. It would normally be sunny still, but it's getting late.
Yeah, it's only like, what, 5:30?
Without the clocks, I don't know what time it is. So what we discovered before we were turned off to the oil lamps when we first used them because we had a number of problems with them. One of them being odor. They stunk. Okay, we bought Clean Heat, and I have it here. I'll show you that in a minute. But it was supposed to have no odor, but it still was smelling up the house like you're burning kerosene. I didn't like that, so we stopped using it. But through some helpful comments and some more research, we found out that it was just our wicks that were bad.
It was actually this one. This one had an old used wick in it.
So this is our first tip. If you buy a used oil lamp at a thrift store or anywhere, get one handed down to you and it's been used with regular lamp oil or kerosene, replace the wick. Even if it's just for an emergency backup lamp, go get a new wick. If the old wick has been used with another type of fuel, it'll smell. It'll smell just like you're burning that fuel, and that odor doesn't seem to go away. So
yeah,
we're using this with the new wick, and there's no odor with the Clean Heat, and it's
no smell at all.
It's actually really cool. We like them a lot better now.
Yeah.
We were thinking, oh, people like this stuff. Yeah.
We were really turned off by oil lamps, but now it's like normal and fine.
Yeah, it's really cool. They give off a pretty good light, and we still use the flashlights a lot, but this is good when you just want to leave a light on and not worry about it.
Yeah.
And after you put your new wick in, make sure that you let it sit for a few minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. I don't know how long it takes, but just let it rest so that the wick can absorb the oil, because it does take a couple minutes for it to get fully saturated. Otherwise, you're going to just be burning your wick for no reason. So that's it. New wick, and let it sit. And some people trim their wicks. We haven't trimmed ours yet. It seems to be doing okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know about that stuff, but just keep an eye on it. If it gets black on top, trim it off. If it looks clean, just go with it. There's a lot of tips out there for oil lamps. Basic stuff, keep the wick turned down. If you have it too high, you'll get soot. Then it'll get smoky. Then you'll probably have smells in your house. So don't crank it up too high. If it starts smoking, it's too high. Another thing that we found is, we heard this online, is that you have to keep your oil lamp pretty full. Keep it at least half full. If it gets too low, the oil, it's not going to wick as efficiently up to the top of the wick. So,
and then the wick dries out.
I'm assuming, it probably burns easier or whatever. But they just say always keep it half full, at least half full, so keep it topped off. And one more tip, with if anybody else has struggles pouring liquids, as apparently we do, we could not pour our Clean Heat. It was just making a mess all over the container, dripping all over. It was...
Even with a funnel, it would just dribble down the side of the Clean Heat bottle.
So I went looking and I found this. Here's our Clean Heat. And you see this? This is actually found in the automotive places. And it's a oil spout. And it screws right onto the cap, right onto the lid. And has a flow control right here. And has a plug on the end. And with this, we'll show you, you can fill these without making a big mess. So here's an empty oil lamp with a musty wick. I don't think that's used at all. Brand new. So you just unplug the top of this, and this is all made in the USA. This whole thing. It's just called a Flow Tool Transfluid Gear Oil Spout. So you can find them at Walmart. I think they're like $4. So you just unplug it, and then you can kind of guide it in here. And keep in mind, this might get airlocked, so just be careful.
Wow.
So you can kind of just pour it in. And you get the idea. We can plug it up.
You can do it in your house and not worry about messes.
So this is awesome. And you can leave it right on there, and you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Or you can take it off and put your cap back on if you feel like it. But I don't want to fill this all the way up because we're not going to be using this one right now. So we're just demonstrating it. But you can see it pours in really nice, and there's no dripping. We had it pouring all down the bottle, glumping out. It was just.
Although people did say if you turn it sideways, we haven't tried this.
Some people said turn it on the side to pour it, and pour it's easier.
Yeah.
But this works good for us, so I'm really happy. And you can just keep reusing that over and over. So that's our tip for you. Get one of these oil spouts. You'll find them like where the funnels are. Like if you're looking like where the oil and stuff is in the automotive department. So that's really cool. So that's our 2 tips. Get one of these things, made in the USA. And make sure you replace those wicks. Wicks are really hard to find.
Walmart has them.
No, just skinny ones, not the big ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Rural King has some,
Yeah.
but I'm not positive on that.
You might have to buy them online. If you guys know where to find wicks, let us know because we're still looking.
Yeah.
So I guess that's it. Simple video.
Yeah.
And everything's going fine. It's actually been a really fun challenge. Belle even has said that she likes being off grid now. So
She randomly said it one day.
yeah, she just came out and she wants to stay off grid, but we'll see. We definitely miss our refrigerator. We're trying to work on something with that, but
Yeah, we need a way to keep our food cold so we can buy meat and stuff again.
I'm looking for a cooler. I just don't want to spend money on something that I'm not really happy with. So
Yeah, we want a good one. We don't like buying stuff that's not up to our standards.
So that's it. Hope you enjoyed. We're going to keep it short and simple. If you guys have oil lamps, hopefully this helped you. I know some other people have complained about their oil lamp smelling, and maybe this is why. So, oh, one more thing. These put out a lot of heat. I can feel it just hitting me right now. So during the summer, they might not be the most ideal. I know we've had a few people suggest to use those solar lights from the gardens, garden stuff. And that's a really cool idea. We might look into that. We just haven't had any money to spend. So that's the only reason we're not doing that. But it's a good idea. So if anybody else is thinking about doing off-grid, that might be worth it to pick up a couple. Cause I've seen them pretty cheap, even $2 on sale. So it might be a good idea to grab a few of those to have around.
Yeah.
So that's it on this part. I hope you enjoyed. I think Ashley's going to show you the quail so we can...
Yeah. How old are they now? Like a week?
I have no idea.
Maybe a little over a week?
Without power, I have no concept of time or anything.
Yeah, they're getting big already. They're like the size of a...
They're doing good. Their feathers are coming out. Wow, they grow fast. So we'll try to show you in this dark room with a flashlight. And that's it. So
So I hope you enjoyed and learned something from us, and we'll see you next time.